Welcome to the course on Transaction Management System or TMS pair for Claim Processing Doctor, also known as CPD. You need to be a claim processing doctor, also known as CPD, to review and respond to a patient's claim request on the Transaction Management System or TMS pair application. To do this, the pair pre-authorization doctor, also known as PPD, and the claim executive or CEX must have approved the patient's claim request at their level on the TMS pair application. By the end of this topic, you will be able to respond to a claim request of a patient on the TMS pair application. Upon logging in, your dashboard and work list are displayed. The pending claim requests are listed in the Claims Pending tile. Now, to take an action on the patient's request, click the arrow against the case status. A pop-up message appears requesting you to go through the past history before taking any action. Click the OK button to proceed. The case details page opens. This page displays the patient's name, age, gender, discharge type, PMJ ID, registration ID, wallet balance, household ID, claim submission date, and claimed amount. Further, the case details page consists of 6 tabs: past history, medical information, treatment details, admission information, documents, and adjudication. You need to review the patient's details displayed in these tabs before taking an appropriate action on their case. First, let us review the patient's history. For this, click the drop-down button given in the Past History tab. This tab allows you to review the patient's history, which includes the patient's name, case ID, card number, hospital name, submission date, claim submitted amount, and status. If required, you can click the Action button to view the claim form and finance details of a case. Next, click the drop-down button on the Medical Information tab. Here, you need to review the patient's family history, general examination details, and personal history. Then click the drop-down button on the Treatment Details tab and review the patient's diagnosis details, treatment plan, and the care team details. Then, click the drop-down button on the Admission Information tab. Here, you need to review the patient's admission date, proposed surgery date, the admission type, and whether this is a medico-legal case. Next, click the drop-down button on the Documents tab. The Verification Status page opens. On this page, you need to review the documents uploaded by the Medical Superintendent, Pradhan Mantri Arogya Mitra, also known as PMAM, or Medical Coordinator, also known as MEDCO. If a document shared is true, click the correct button. Else, click the incorrect button. When you mark a document as correct, a green checkmark appears. After verifying all the documents and entering the required dates, click the Back to Case button. Next is the Adjudication tab. Here, you need to review details about the procedure, such as the package code and type, package cost, quantity, adjudication factor, incentive, the amount requested, the CEX trust observation, and document status. Next, you need to check whether the admission date, discharge date, and hospital bill date entered by the hospital and the date mentioned in the bills match. You will be able to see the overall observations that the CEX made for each document. In the Actionable Details section, you need to take an action on the claim request. Before taking an action on the claim request, if required, you can make deductions to the claimed amount. To do so, click No in the Deductions column. Now, the Deductions pop-up opens. Here, you need to select the deduction type. Based on the deduction type, the application provides the deduction percentage or amount in the amount field. For some deduction types, you can also enter the amount. Next, enter a reason for deduction. On entering all the details, the plus icon appears. Now, click the plus icon. On clicking the icon, the deduction details appear in a table. If required, you can delete the added deduction by clicking the delete icon. To apply this deduction to the claimed amount, you need to click the Save button. When you apply deductions to a claim, the application will not allow you to reject or query it. You will only have an option to approve the request. In this training, let's continue without doing any deduction. The Actionable Details tab also displays total amount package without incentives, total adjusted package amount as per guidelines, total payable amount after incentives, EUP amount, miscellaneous amount, amount claimed by hospital as per bill, and the claim amount that is approved after technical evaluation. You will be able to see the overall observations that you made for each document, and if the length of stay or LOS is matching with the approved treatment plan. After reviewing all the details, to act on the request, go to the Actionable Details section and click the drop-down button in the Action field. The drop-down contains three options: Approve, Query, and Reject. Let us see the process for each of these options. First, let's select Query. On selecting Query, you will have to select the reason for querying the claim request. Next, you need to mark as yes or no if the diagnosis is supported by evidence, if the case management is as per the Standard Treatment Guidelines or STG, and whether the duration of the treatment matches with the STG instead of treatment protocol. Then, click the drop-down button in the Action field and confirm your choice. And enter a relevant remark related to your action in the Remarks field. Once done, click the Submit button to submit your query on the claim request. When you query a claim request, it is sent back to the requester on the TMS provider application for resolution. Now, let's see how to reject a claim request. For this, select Reject from the Action drop-down. Then, select a reason for rejecting the claim request. Next, mark as yes or no if the diagnosis is supported by evidence, if the case management is as per the Standard Treatment Guidelines or STG, and whether the duration of the treatment matches with the STG instead of treatment protocols. When you select No for the three options, you will have to select the related package. Then, click the drop-down button in the Action field. Here, you can either select Reject or Suspicious. When you select Reject, the claim request stands rejected and is sent to the State Health Authority, or SHA, for action. Until the SHA takes action on this request, it will appear in the Claims Rejected tile on the TMS provider application. When you select Suspicious, the claim request is sent to the SHA Anti-Fraud Officer, or SHA AFO, for further action. The SHA AFO can then mark the claim request as fraud, desk audit, or genuine. When marked as fraud, it is displayed in the SHA AFO's marked fraud tile. When marked as desk audit, the request is sent to State Anti-Fraud Unit, or SAFU doctor. And when the request is marked as genuine, it is sent to the account officer, or ACO. After confirming your choice, enter a relevant remark and submit your action. Now, let's see how to approve a claim request. Select Approve from the Action drop-down. Next, Mark as yes or no if the diagnosis is supported by evidence, if the case management is as per the Standard Treatment Guidelines or STG, and whether the duration of the treatment matches with the STG instead of treatment protocols. Next, click the drop down button in the action field and confirm your choice. Next, enter a relevant remark and click the submit button. When you approve the claim request, it is sent to the ACO for further action. With this, you have come to the end of this training. You have now learnt how to respond to a claim request on the TMS Pair application.